Hey sewing friends, Cherie here from Cherie's Alchemy. It's snowing outside. It's really beautiful, but it's cold. Anyway, I'm here with Vlogmas Day 7. I have another quick and easy sewing project for you to try out. Perfect for gift giving. This is an awesome stocking stuffer and an awesome way to work through those scraps in your scrap bin. If you want to see what I'm talking about, stay tuned. Okay, guys, today's project is quick and easy. Again, this is a project that's small enough that I think even if you don't have a sewing machine, you could sit and hand sew this. You know, if you hand sew, then you know how to do this well, right? But super easy if you do have a sewing machine. I was sitting here making a bunch of these to put into the boxes that I'm going to be shipping off to family and friends. I am making some little aromatherapy eye mask pillows. This is a wonderful project to use up your scraps, or if you have like a fat quarter collection, wonderful. I'm making mine where the back side is going to be the same fabric as the right side or the upper side. But you can play around with this. You can patchwork piece your fabric together. I'll probably do a show and tell at the end, at some point in Vlogmas before I ship everything off. I'll do just a little show and tell of all the things that I made, because I am going to be making some patchwork. I'm basically just pulling out a lot of my scraps and just getting them sewn up into different things. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. This one here to show you is just has solid fabric. So for the main piece, you need one rectangle that is 6 by 11 inches. So 6 inches tall, 11 inches wide. For the back side, I'm doing this where you have like the little flap in the back so you can open it and insert your aromatherapy pouch or sachet. This piece you need to have cut 6 inches long by 7 inches wide, and you're going to need 2 of these, okay? And then the other thing you're going to need, so see, I have 2 of these, okay? And then the other thing you're going to need, you're going to need 2 pieces of fabric. And again, you can use scraps. I just happen to have a lot of this white fabric, large scrap pieces from some projects that I did where I used this as a lining. And so I'm just using this, but you just use whatever you have. If you have some like cheesecloth, you can use that also. Again, use your scrap pieces. This is going to be inserted inside of the pretty outer piece, so you're not even going to see this. So you need 2 pieces that are cut 5 inches long by 10 inches wide. And this is going to be to make the insert, which I'm going to be filling mine with lavender. I have some lemon verbena upstairs that I'm going to put into, but for today's example, I'm going to be using some of this incredibly potent lavender, dried lavender. Okay, so let's get sewing and prepping so I can show you how to put this together. The assembly of the outer eye pillow starts with you going in. You're going to take those 2 pieces that you cut 6 by 7 inches, and along the length, you're going to fold it back about a 1/2 inch. Mine is a little bit over. You don't want to do more than like 3/4 of an inch. I just eyeball it, but you can mark it and be precise with yours. And then you just press that down as shown here. And then what I've done here is I've tucked this under. Basically, you're just folding it in and you're making a hem so you don't have any raw edge sewing. So I tuck that under all the way and then press that back down. And then you see here, and then that's what that looks like, okay? And then press that down really good. I'm going to go back and press this under, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to assemble and lay these onto the top piece, okay? Okay, so I have the second one pressed down. Now I'm going to go to this sewing machine, and I'm just going to stitch this down, just creating a hem. I'm going to stitch them both down close to this edge here, okay? I'll be back. All right, so those are hemmed down. So you can see here now, my rectangles are a little bit smaller because I hemmed along that one edge. And so I have these both ready. And now I'm going to show you how to assemble them on top of the outer piece for this eye pillow, okay? So I have my eye pillow here. I am taking and putting these right sides facing each other. So I'm gonna lay that on top, just so. So I should see the wrong side of my little smaller rectangles, okay? Take the other one, same thing, line up that raw edge, like so. Okay. Mine are not perfectly cut because I'm, you know, you're not going to see all this. So anyway, you can see now they're overlapped on top of each other. This little gap here is about a 1 inch overlap, a little less. You want to have that overlapping like that because that's going to be your opening for inserting your aromatherapy pouch, okay? And so now I'm going to get this pinned down all around the perimeter, and I'm going to sew all around the perimeter because, you know, you don't need to leave an opening to turn it right side out. This is your opening to turn it right side out, okay? So you're going to sew all around. I told you guys how I like to do mine so that I have true 90-degree angles. As I just sew across, I'll pull it out, start again. And then we're going to trim off these little corners and poke them out, just like we did for the two-faced napkins that I showed you in Vlogmas Day 2. Okay, so let me get this pinned and sewn, and I'll be back. Okay, it's pinned. Okay, so here it is all sewn up. I'm going to trim my edges. Well, let me see if I can. You know, during Vlogmas, I'm not really setting up to do real tutorials. So I'm holding this, and there you go. See? Boom. Cut that little corner off on all 4 corners. I'm going to turn this right side out. I'll probably trim off this little extra. I just use my scissors instead of my ruler and my rotary cutter because, you know, I just saw this one fabric sticking out of the bin and grabbed it real quick and started recording. But anyway, let me get this turned right side out and show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's our little pillow turned right side out. I'm going to go and press this down. I mean, you don't have to, you're going to stuff it, but I'm a presser. I'm an ironer. So I'm going to go, here's the back, here's that opening that we're going to slip our little lavender sachet portion into, okay? Let's get this ironed out. And I'm going to come back and show you how to make the little liner that you're going to fill with your lavender or your herb blend, whatever you want to do, okay? Okay, so here's my little liner. I did the same thing. I just pinned it down. I sewed around the 4 edges, but this time I did leave an opening so that I can turn it right side out. I already trimmed the corners, so I'm going to turn it right side out and keep moving along the process. Okay, so here's my little liner turned right side out. There's my opening. I'm going to use a little funnel and fill that with the lavender. But, I mean, you can fill it however you want to. I just don't want to make a mess and waste my lavender. And then after I get it filled, I'm just going to take it back to the machine and stitch that down. Actually, I'll probably hand sew it. Yeah, I'll probably hand sew it. We'll see. I'm not sure. Okay, friends, so my pillow is sewn. I did make a little bit of a mess. I'll clean it up later, but boy, does my sewing room smell great. You can see here I just went and machine stitched that closed. If for some reason you feel like you want to add more to it at some point, say you've had it for a while and you feel like the aroma of the lavender is fading and you want to refill it, you can just unpick those stitches and then, you know, change over or just refreshen and add some more in and then just sew that back up. And then one thing I will say now in case I forget, say you're doing this as a gift and you want to gift multiple covers to a person, you can just make one lavender or whatever herbal blend you want to use. You can give them one sachet or one, you know, inner pillow and give them a couple of outer liners and then they can change them. You know, if they want to wash it, they'll have another one that they can put on. I will say too, my daughter likes the satin one, so you could do one in a satin, like a really soft fabric. You could do a silk. I mean, you can make them how you want them. But I just wanted to share that also, okay? And then one last thing I want to share. Actually, I'll wait to the end. Let me get this put inside so you can see what they look like. And I have one more tip to share with you. Okay, here she is all filled up. I'll be back and let me grab the other ones that I've made so far, and then we'll do a little wrap up. Okay, friends, so here are the 4 that I have done so far. The one on the bottom, I used this kind of herringbone printed cotton. This is just some remnants from a recent project. I made this one for my husband. And then this one, because actually this is the fabric that I used for, I made some new pillows and a new duvet cover. Then this one is for me. I actually made new pillowcases and a duvet cover for our bed, and these match. I used actually this fabric, this floral fabric, and this fabric. And so I had some scraps left over from those pillowcase projects and the duvet project. So I'm going to sew those all up. I'm going to make some other things as well, like the real eye mask. You'll see that coming up in Vlogmas. And then these are 2 that will be gifts. Love these fabric colors. And the one little thing that I wanted to share with you guys before I go, actually that's what this one is filled with, so it's much heavier than the one with the lavender, is you can also fill it with rice or beans. The rice and beans are a little bit heavier, so it's almost having like, you know how those weighted blankets are really popular right now? Well, that weight really just like is so relaxing. And then what you can do is you can spray them with different kind of essential oil spray mist. And if you go check out my Vlogmas Day 7 video on my home and garden channel, I'm sharing with you how to make those sprays today, along with a couple other pampering type spa projects. All right, so that is it for today. Let me know what you think about this Vlogmas Day 7 project. Let me know if you've made these before or if you want to make them. Remember, you can dress these up with patchwork. You can put lace across the front, different trims. I wouldn't put anything on this side because this is the side that you're going to rest on your face. And, oh, another quick thing. I'm going to be releasing a tutorial at some point during Vlogmas where I'm showing you. But this is exactly how I make pillow inserts and pillow covers. Same thing, just different shapes, okay? So if you have some experience sewing, you already know how to do this, right? Scale it up to the size you want it to be and then turn it into a pillow, okay? All right. I thank you guys for watching. Whoops, I see some strings. I'm going to get these all trimmed up and packaged up. And then I'm going to clean off my cutting table because I have a lot more, like I spilled rice. I have a lot more of these to make up. I like to do batch sewing of the same project. So I'm going to get a bunch more of these sewn up. But I will see you guys back here tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 8. And I hope to see you over on At Home with Cherie for Vlogmas Day 7. So you can make some of these other wonderful spa products to gift this holiday season, okay? Bye now.